few Hopkinton Hillers signed letters of intent. Here's a look.
Mom, Dad, look at me, please. See, yes, perfect. Turn your head towards me a little bit. Towards me, this way. Yeah, not that far, right there. Perfect.
Hi, my name is Nina Zuganatos, and I'm going to Boston University for soccer.
I'm Maddie Recupero, and I'm going to Princeton for soccer.
All right. Maddie, what made you choose Princeton?
It kind of had everything that I wanted with the school and the soccer, and I just love like the campus and the location and how like the town and the campus are like one, and it just feels like it will be like a home for me.
And what made you choose BU?
I chose BU because it, like Maddie said, had everything I wanted. It had the whole package and super close to home. Campus is super nice, and it just made me really excited for the next chapter of my life.
All right. And what was it like playing with each other here at Hopkinton?
It was a great experience. We've been friends for over 6 years now, and to play high school soccer together has just been so much fun and enjoyable.
Yeah, she's my best friend, my favorite person, so playing with her has been really fun, and yeah, it's great.
How does it feel to hold the all-time goal record for a single season?
It feels good, I guess. Yeah, it feels good, but I mean, I wouldn't have done it without the help of my teammates and obviously Nina here because she assisted me a lot. So, yeah.
And you both had a tremendous amount of assists as well, so you helped each other in that way.
Yeah.
What was your favorite memory at Hopkinton High School soccer?
My favorite memory is when we won our Elite 8 game last year and being able to make it to the Final Four in the MIA Division I tournament.
Yeah, I would say last year, the Sweet 16 game too, just because we scored in the last second. I scored the goal, but it was like fun overall just because like we all like went in for the biggest hug and it was just so exciting. And then winning the Elite 8 game to make it to Final Four was super fun.
All right, well, I'm sure you'll get a lot more goals in college. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Hold on.
I'm Nick Pedroli. I'm playing baseball at Bentley University.
I'm Dylan Ruff. I'm playing baseball at St. Anselm College.
All right, and can you talk about what your experience was like playing ball here at Hopkinton High?
Yeah, it was an amazing experience. The culture here is amazing all around. The people here are amazing. The coaches are amazing. So 10 out of 10 experience, without a doubt.
Yeah, it was amazing. The coaching, my teammates, everything. It was just such a blessing to play.
And what was it like being teammates?
It's great to be teammates with Dylan. You know, fun all the time, and we got a lot of wins, which is good.
I played with Nick my entire career here, so I got to know him really well. He's been a great teammate, great player. It was awesome.
And what made you choose St. Anselm?
The location mainly. I like staying a little closer to home. The academics are great, the location's great, so it's a great school all around.
And what made you choose Bentley?
As well, the location, you know, the team, the coaching, and the academics.
All right, what are you guys going to be studying over there?
I'll be studying business.
Yeah, same here, business.
All right, congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
Maya Weil Megason, Bentley University, swim and dive.
All right, and what was your experience like at Hopkinton High School on the swim team?
Well, I've been competing for the varsity team for the past 3 years, and this year I am a co-captain for the varsity swim and dive team. And throughout my experience, I've had a great time with learning from my upperclassmen teammates who have really led the way in how I learned how to compete and think about the sport. And the way that the team is so supportive towards me and all my other teammates is really special, and it's just such a great environment.
All right. And do you have a favorite event you like competing in?
Yes, I love to swim any butterfly event, more specifically sprint butterfly, and I also love mid-distance freestyle with the 200 freestyle.
Terrific. And what attracted you to Bentley?
Well, I always knew that I wanted to stay in Massachusetts, and I wanted a school that wasn't too big but wasn't so small that there was just nothing going on. And Bentley just was the perfect fit for me in terms of what I wanted to study, where I wanted to be, and the overall environment.
All right. What are you going to be studying over there?
I am going in as corporate finance and accounting.
So my name's Nate Burns. I'm going to be going to Assumption University, and I'm going to be playing lacrosse there.
Excellent. And how did you enjoy your experience here at Hopkins and playing lacrosse?
I loved it. I loved the teammates, coaches, everything about it. It's a great culture.
And what attracted you to Assumption?
I really liked the location, the coaches, and when I went down to do my overnight there, just everybody there on the team and the coaches and the other commits, like everybody felt really welcoming, and like it was a great culture.
All right. And you got a favorite memory during your lacrosse days here at Hopkinton?
Yeah, I would say my favorite memory was beating Minnechaug first round of playoffs last year, because we haven't done that in a long time. So I think that was a good goal for us.
Terrific. And what are you going to be studying over at Assumption?
I intend on studying business.
All right. Well, congratulations. We look forward to seeing you this spring.
Thank you.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to this edition of HCAM Sports Talk. Tom Nappy here, and I am joined by Steve Watson and Jared Keene. Guys, how are you?
Doing good, Tom. Doing good.
Good, Tom.
Excellent. Well, another crazy week of NFL football just took place. The Patriots didn't look so good, and we'll certainly talk about all the happenings in Week 12 as we go through our Week 13 picks. But guys, any thoughts you want to get out there before we get our picks started? All right.
Go for it, Steve. I think you got some stuff. I feel like you got some stuff on your mind.
Yeah, I do. So what you saw from the Patriots yesterday, they were undisciplined, unmotivated, uninterested, unbothered. You go right down the list. It's just absolutely pathetic.
Yeah.
Especially after they were just starting to build some positive momentum. They had a couple wins in the last month. They played the Rams close. And to go down to Miami, who barely beat you up here, and just lay an egg like that, I think that says a lot about the coaching staff, first off, because that's where it all starts. And the fact that players aren't upset about losing. No one seemed irate about losing. They got their rear ends handed to them. Let's face it. Just absolutely awful. I'm not sure where they go from here. They're 3-9. We know they're not going anywhere this year, but really? That's the best you got? I find that hard to believe.
Yeah, you figure they would at least make it a game, and I kind of feel bad for Drake May because he's out there trying, and, he didn't have the best game, but he certainly wasn't really the core of the problem there. He had a good enough game to be competitive, to allow the Patriots to be competitive, but everything just collapsed. The defense wasn't good. The receivers didn't do anything. I think the tight ends were about the only positive note in that game. Hunter Henry and Hooper really made the only offensive plays. The running backs didn't do anything. Is this what we're going to get going forward? I'm not really optimistic about the rest of the season. As you said it perfectly, Steve, they just seem uninterested. And clearly that record and that rough start has gotten to this team, and perhaps they've thrown in the towel, but they really didn't give much of an effort in that Miami game, that's for sure. So, I heavily doubt this team is going to win a game the rest of the season, quite frankly, especially playing like that. They just don't look good at all. All right, so why don't we do it? Why don't we get into the Week 13 NFL picks? Here's last week, all the results. And quite an interesting week last week. We have a tie for first place. Jared and I are both 9-3. Andy and Steve went 8-4, and Mike was 7-5. And look at us all very close in the standings. You got me in first with 118 wins. Jared, you're 4 back with 114 wins. And then you got Steve and Andy right in there, just 5 games back. And Mike, well, he's not so much in there. He's 14 games back, but we'll see if he can climb back in at some point. He's been doing a little better overall in the picks. 7-5. At least he was in there with us this week, so that's good to see. So maybe he'll climb back in. But there it is. And you could find our NFL picks on the HCAM website, hcam.tv, on a weekly basis. And that'll include this week's picks, and which we have 3 Thanksgiving Day games that we'll be picking. We have a random Friday game, and of course, your batch of Sunday football. So let's get into it. We'll start off with the Thanksgiving games. You have the annual game in Detroit, the Chicago Bears at the Detroit Lions. I'll just ask it like this. Is anyone picking the Bears?
No.
I didn't think so. Lions across the board. The Bears, they just haven't shown much lately. They did actually beat Washington last week, so it's not like they had the worst game
No,
last week.
that was Dallas who did.
Oh, who did Chicago beat? Didn't they win?
No one.
Oh, maybe not. Okay. You can tell where my head is on this Monday.
They lost a weird one to Minnesota.
Yeah.
All right. That's right. They kept it competitive with Minnesota. 30-27 was the final in that one. So at least they kept it competitive with a good Minnesota team, although I think it could be argued the Vikings are maybe falling off a little bit too. All right. Well, here is the dumpster matchup of the week. The 4:30 Thanksgiving game. You got the Giants at Dallas. I'll get started. I'm going to go Dallas because they're the home team. Jared?
I don't think anybody can actually pick the Giants right now. The Giants are absolutely atrocious. Like, I mean, we're in a pretty bad situation right now, but like hearing some of the comments from the Giants players and stuff after the game yesterday, oh my days, they are absolutely atrocious. I'm picking Dallas.
All right, Steve, you agree you going Dallas?
So, fun fact, Dallas is the only North American sports franchise who has not won a home game this calendar year. The only one.
Wow.
I think they changed that Thursday, though. I think they get the win over the Giants. It's not the greatest matchup, but it'll still get monster ratings. I can guarantee you that.
Yep.
All right, so we're all going Dallas for that much anticipated 4:30 Thanksgiving game. All right, Thanksgiving night, we actually have a very good game. This game has a 8:20 kickoff. It'll be over on NBC. We got Miami at Green Bay. Well, I'll tell you, Miami's been playing a lot better lately, that's for sure. Tua coming back might have saved their season, and it looks like you're finally getting the Miami offense that they all anticipated over there, and it seems to be clicking. The Packers were also clicking last week as they took down San Francisco. I like the direction Miami is going in. It's certainly a positive one, but I got to go Green Bay here because I think the Packers, they're just playing above and beyond most teams right now. And I think this will be a high-scoring game and a close game, however. I would consider taking the over, I think, in this one. This should be quite a shootout. Steve, who do you got?
I'm going Green Bay by 2 scores. I think they're going to pull away late in the game. Miami has played better, but when that offense goes into cold weather, they get exposed. It's been proven the last 2 years since Mike McDaniels has been the coach there. it'll get proven again this year. They're not a good cold weather offense. So that's why I'm going to go with the Packers.
All right, Jared.
I'm very tempted to pick Miami here in a weird one. But Steve just said it best. If this game was in Miami, I'm going Miami. But this game is in Green Bay. I'm going Green Bay. Miami just doesn't play well in cold weather. Again, Steve couldn't have said it better.
All right, Green Bay across the board.
I think it's gonna be close though. I think it's gonna be maybe touchdown or less.
I
I know
think this
Steve
could
said
be a
two
really
scores. I'm going
fun
touchdown
one.
or less.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think this could be a really fun game, kind of like a 37-30 kind of game. Something crazy, just a shootout. All right, the random Friday game, the Black Friday game. And what app's that going to be on, Steve? It's an app only, right?
Yeah, that's going to be on Prime. So if you have that for Thursdays, then you'll have that for Black Friday.
All right. Las Vegas Raiders at the Chiefs. Is anyone going to take the upset and go with the Raiders?
No, but I do think it'll be a lot closer than people think. The Raiders just have a knack for giving the Chiefs a hard time.
I agree with you, and they did in the first time they met as well. It was a pretty close game, and yeah, it's those division rival games. I mean, Denver almost beat Kansas City. Denver's another team that's usually not good, but gives the Chiefs a hard time.
Keep in mind as well, the Raiders are playing their third string running back and just lost their starting QB for the season.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Yeah,
I did actually start Amir Abdullah in fantasy this week, and he got me 15 points. So, because I have Madison, and I wanted a handcuff for that because I had ETN on bye, so I picked up Abdullah and scored a TD, which was nice. Anyway,
there you go. Good little move there. All right, moving on to the Sunday games. We got the LA Chargers at Atlanta. We're going to skip that one. Chargers playing on Monday Night Football. We're recording on a Monday.
I'm probably going Chargers there anyway. Atlanta's way too unpredictable. Atlanta's the most unpredictable team maybe in the league this year.
Yeah, I'll probably go
I don't think I can pick Atlanta ever again.
I'll probably go Chargers, but the people can find out on the site. All right, Pittsburgh at the Bengals. This is a tough one. The Steelers have kind of taken a little bit of a slide back recently. A rough loss on Thursday Night Football to the Browns, and I think the Steelers may be falling apart a little bit. Give me the home team here. I'm going Bengals. Jared, who do you got?
Oh, way to steal my thunder, Tom. I'm going Bengals as well. I've picked against Pittsburgh a lot, and when I've picked Pittsburgh, they lost. One of these times it has to work. I'm going Bengals. Joe Burrow's playing good football. They're coming off a bye. Yeah, T. Higgins is healthy. I don't know. I might look like an idiot here, but yeah, I'm going Bengals as well.
All right, Steve, what do you got?
Steve's going Pittsburgh.
I'm going with the Steelers. The Bengals have not beaten a good team yet. Their wins are not very impressive.
That's fair.
The keyword
the
you
Steelers
use
do
there,
have
though,
some
is
impressive wins. Their resume is far better, and I think it's going to be a really close game. I think it'll come down to the Pittsburgh defense either just making a play or just Cincinnati doing something dumb to cost themselves. I think that's what it'll come down to in this game.
All right. But the keyword you used is yet. I think they will. Houston at the Jaguars. Is anyone going to dare and pick the Jaguars?
No, and Doug Peterson should be fired.
All right. Houston across the board.
Second that. Houston had a terrible loss this weekend, by the way, to Tennessee. That was an awful loss.
You can't lose to that team at your home stadium. You just can't do it.
No.
If Houston was playing anybody else this week, I might go against Houston. But if they're playing the Jaguars, I can't pick the Jaguars. Come on, let's be serious.
Yeah, I don't know if I think there's some college teams right now that could probably beat the Jaguars. Arizona at Minnesota. This one's a tough one. Arizona couldn't really produce much offense last week, and Minnesota's been kind of blah. Jared, you could pick this one first.
Yeah, Minnesota. Arizona is playing weird football right now. I'm not sold exactly. Like they've looked really good some weeks. Some weeks their offense doesn't do squat. I know Minnesota's been playing not great either, but I do like Minnesota here.
Yeah, I got to agree. I'm just not sold on Arizona, and I think Minnesota. They haven't been playing great either, but they've been playing a little better, I would say, than Arizona. Steve, who do you got?
If you asked me this a couple of days ago, I would have said it would be a competitive game, but I'm going Vikings by 2 scores. The Cardinals are just not consistent enough. You don't know which teams to show up.
Yep.
They only
Right.
scored 6 points in Seattle yesterday.
Yep.
They're capable of doing way better than that. But it's a roller coaster. That whole division, all four of those teams, you don't know what you're getting week in, week out. You truly have no idea. No one's consistent.
Most unpredictable division in the
It's
league by
ridiculous.
far. It's not even close.
Yes. Both South divisions are pretty brutal, AFC and NFC. So yeah, that should be an interesting one. So we're Vikings across the board. All right, Indianapolis Colts at the New England Patriots. Is anyone going to dare take the Patriots?
No.
I am very tempted because Indianapolis is not great, but I don't think I actually really can. It's not I don't like yeah. I mean, again, Steve, I missed some of the game yesterday. I was able to watch some of it on DVR later after I got home from work, but yeah, I mean, I don't think there's any way any of us can probably pick the Pats ever again. That was awful. I think
Yes.
I have to go Colts by default.
Yeah, it was a bad showing. And for folks who don't want to watch the Pats game, I would recommend watching the Bruins Centennial game on Sunday.
Ah,
Touche.
There's
Touche.
options. I'm just saying, there's options.
I'll probably watch both. Get a couple TVs going. I'll have the Bruins audio on though, and have the Pats on mute because you probably don't want to hear what's about to go down in that one.
Smart man.
Yeah. I mean, Colts. They're at least playing motivated football. Uh, unlike I could say for the Patriots. So I think the Patriots might have completely checked out. So yeah, they might not have a. I don't know if they'll win another game all season, to be honest with you. So we'll see. All right. Colts across the board. Seahawks at the Jets. Is anyone going to dare and take the Jets? All right. Seahawks across the board. It is. The Jets, they are just pretty pathetic right now. And, they might be the only team that the Patriots actually might beat in the division. Uh, Other than that, the Patriots aren't beating anybody else in that division. That's for sure. All right, Tennessee at Washington. This should be a pretty interesting game. Tennessee they keep weird games close. Washington's been kind of slacking a little bit, and I feel like falling off a little bit. Steve, you could pick this one first.
I think Washington rebounds and they find their way back into the win column. They've lost 3 straight. The Cliff Kingsbury offense, yet again, is falling off in the second half of the season. I just don't think Tennessee can replicate what they did against Houston. That's tough to do back-to-back weeks. Will Levis looks like an MVP candidate against Houston, but I don't see that holding up back-to-back weeks. I think Washington rebounds.
All right. Washington for Steve. Jared, who do you got?
I am oh man. Do I do it?
Oh, he's thinking about it. He's thinking about going for the
Washington
upset.
is playing bad football right now. Like I can't really buy into Washington right now. Like again, there's very much the possibility that they rebound, like Steve said. Um,
Tennessee did just get a win, scored a lot of points.
I'm I'm going Tennessee.
All
Again,
right.
if this bites me in the butt and I look like a doofus, so be it, man. Whatever. Again, I can't buy into Washington, right? Like I bought into Washington for a while, but they've looked awful recently. It looked absolutely atrocious. And honestly, that game, how if you're the kicker, how do you miss that extra point by like 3 miles? That was absolutely absurd.
The holding
Absolutely absurd.
There's high school
I'm going
kickers who can
I'm
make
going
that.
Tennessee here again. If it bites me in the butt, so be it, man.
All right, Tennessee for Jared. I'm gonna go with Washington just because yeah, I mean I agree with Steve. I think Washington at some point is going to maybe not necessarily get back to dominating like they were in the first few weeks, but play a little bit better. And Tennessee is very mediocre. So I think Washington will be motivated this week. But I expect a close game here because Tennessee, even though they have a lot of losses, they have kept a good amount of games close. So uh, they could make this one interesting. All right, the Bucks at Carolina, a Carolina team that almost beat the Chiefs. Is anyone going to go for Carolina here? Oh,
There's a few
Steve's
games
thinking
that
about
I
it.
haven't picked. I didn't pick the two Monday night ones that involved the Monday night teams. I didn't pick this one. I I want to go with the Panthers.
Wow.
They've been playing good lately. I just have a gut feeling that they're going to somehow squeak one out.
We need to get a an upset alert when someone picks a huge upset. I'll write that in my to-do list. All right, Steve's going Panthers. Jared, are you going to join him on the Panthers bandwagon?
I'm very much considering it, but I'm going to go Tampa Bay here. I think it's going to be close. I think it's going to be a lot closer again than people think. I was very tempted to go back-to-back upsets, but again, if I look like a fool going Tennessee and Carolina, I'm gonna, yeah, that would be awful. So I'm going Tampa Bay here, and again, if Carolina wins, again, so be it. But yeah,
No,
I'm going Tampa
if
Bay.
you went Tennessee and Carolina, we'd just start calling you Andy. I'm going Tampa as well. Can't go against my boy Baker. By the way, is he okay? He got shooken up last game, I think. He took a hard hit, but I think he came back, right? Uh, yeah, I do think this will be close though. Carolina's been playing a little better recently, so look out. They've picked it up offensively. So I don't think this is going to be a complete dud. I think this will be a close game, but give me the Bucks for the win. All right, we got Rams at the Saints. This is going to be an interesting one. Two teams that desperately need a win. I'm gonna go Saints. They've been playing a little better lately. They found something with Valdez Scantling. They're off the bye week, well rested. They're at home, so I'll go Saints here. Rams kind of seem like they're falling apart maybe a little bit. And what is up with Stafford's passing this year? He throws so many awful passes, just way off the mark. He has so many weapons. I don't get it. That Rams team has so many weapons, and they just can't put it together. So give me the Saints in this one. Steve, who do you got?
I'll take the Saints for the same reasons that you stated. They've been playing better lately since they made the coaching change. They're at home, coming off the bye week. The Rams, they're very up and down. They were awful against Philly. They had absolutely run over in that game. And I could see the Saints, their offense moving the ball quite well against them. So I'll take the Saints in this one.
All right, Saints for Steve. Jared, who do you got?
I think this is the hardest game to pick, because I think these teams are sort of very similar in sort of where they're at right now. I'm really back and forth in this. I might go with a tie. If I'm not going with a tie, I'm going with New Orleans, but maybe by like a point. I think this is the hardest game to pick. I think these teams are sort of very similar, but yeah, New Orleans has been playing a lot better recently. Since they made the coaching changes Steve alluded to. I'll go with the Saints, but I don't know.
I
Yeah,
think
this is
the
a
final
really, really weird one.
I think the final score of this game is going to be like 24-23 or something. It's going to be close. All right, Saints across the board for the most part. All right, Philly at Baltimore will skip. Due
Philly and Baltimore.
due to the fact we want people to check out the website and look at our great picks over there as well. So we'll skip that one. But that's going to be a doozy of a game. Looking forward to that one.
Philly's playing good football right now.
Yes, very good football. And that's in the 4 o'clock time frame. I don't know why that's not Sunday night football, but a game that is Sunday night football that also isn't that bad, but could be better if one of the teams wasn't using their backup quarterback and playing awful. San Francisco 49ers at the Buffalo Bills. Is anybody going 49ers?
Nope. Bills in a
Buffalo.
blowout.
Buffalo across the board. Yeah, I think the 49ers have a rough time. Really rough time.
They are so overrated.
This
so
year,
overrated.
I mean, the last couple of years they've been great, but this year they are not doing well.
No.
They had a very, very bad loss to the Packers. They got absolutely crushed by the Packers last week. All right, here's a great Monday Night Football game. Steve loves this one. Browns at Denver. How do you even pick this game? This one's ridiculous. Steve, we can start with you since this is your favorite game of the week.
You're going with the Broncos. Sean Payton has the Broncos playing good football. Their offense is not dominant, but they don't shoot themselves in the foot. Bo Nix has looked good for a rookie. Their defense is very good, very stout. Cleveland, they've played better since the quarterback change, but let's be real here. The Broncos are in the playoff mix. Browns aren't. I'll take the Broncos all day.
All right, Jared.
Broncos are playing good football. Bo Nix looks good. Cortland Sutton is really coming on. Their defense plays well.
Crushed me in fantasy this week.
Who? Cortland Sutton?
Yes.
He was on my bench this week.
Oh, that hurts.
Oh, it's all good. I'm still up by 20, and I'm gonna win. So he has nobody going tonight, and I still have Herbert going tonight, so I could win pretty big. But yeah, I played Xavier Worthy instead of Cortland Sutton, and it bit me in the butt. Well, it didn't bite me in the butt, but thankfully. But yeah.
All right, we're Denver across the board. You guys convinced me. I'm going Denver as well. I think they've found themselves and have put an offense together, something that Denver hasn't really been able to do in quite a while. They always had the defense, but they never really had the offense. And this year, it seems like they might have it. So
Bo Nix is playing really good football. He's making really good throws. I mean, the throw he made to Sutton for Sutton's first touchdown yesterday was ridiculous. That was a perfect ball. Absolutely perfect. He's making smart decisions. Really like what I'm seeing.
Yeah, I think they found their quarterback, no doubt. He's been playing really well. So that should be an interesting one. And well, to the Browns' credit too, I'll say this: they might have found something with Jameis Winston, perhaps. They played pretty well on Thursday Night Football and beat the Bengals, right?
Steelers.
Steelers.
Snow.
That was quite a good win for the Browns. So maybe they found something with Jameis. I certainly wouldn't go back to Deshaun. Let's see how Jameis does. You got nothing to lose.
No, the problem with that, Tom, though, is that Deshaun has that fully guaranteed $231 million contract, which obviously is an albatross. So if you're Cleveland, you got to figure out, can they get out of the contract? Can they get it off the books? What can they possibly do? I don't think they would bench him, even if it meant playing the better quarterback. Now, I wouldn't want to be in that situation, and that's why you don't hand out fully guaranteed deals. This is exactly why.
Yeah, I agree. But really, regardless of the contract, you got to do what's best for the team. And I think going with the guy who has a better chance of winning is what's best for the team. I mean, if Jameis comes out against Denver and gets another win, you're really going to go back to Deshaun Watson?
Well, with Watson, he's out for the rest of this season anyway. So.
Oh, all right. So they're good this season. So
yeah, that's more about 2025 and beyond. Who's going to be your guy if you're Cleveland?
Yeah, I mean, good luck trying to find someone to pick up that contract. You'll probably
like I said, it's not a situation that I'd want on my hands.
No. All right, we do have some picks from Andy that he sent us, so we'll go ahead and try to check those out.
Hi, everyone. It's Andy Barron here from HCAM Sports Talk, and here are my 3 Thanksgiving Day picks. I'm taking the Lions over the Bears in the first game. The second game, I'm taking the Cowboys over the Giants. And then for the nightcap, I'm taking the Packers over the Dolphins. I believe the nightcap will be the most competitive out of the 3, and I think the Dolphins can keep that close. But I do like Green Bay in that game, especially at Lambeau Field. It could be cold out there as well. And this will be a very tough test for the Dolphins this week. I want to wish you all a happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy your day, and we will see you next week.
Thanks for those Thanksgiving Turkey Day picks. So he agrees with us on everything, which I don't blame him because we're pretty smart guys, right? But believe it or not, we're just about out of time. We do have a few minutes left for final thoughts. Steve, any final thoughts?
Yeah, I've got a few. Congrats to all the teams who made it to Gillette playing in the Super Bowls coming up next week. Thought the Final Four went great this year. A lot of good games, good matchups, really good crowds despite the not so great weather. So that's good to see. Hopefully, Mother Nature cooperates this week with the Thanksgiving games. And right now, she said Monday doesn't look like she's going to, but we'll see how that unfolds. If you're around Thanksgiving morning or the night before, you should get to a local game. Definitely worth checking out. And I like what I'm seeing from the Bruins since the coaching change. They changed coaches last week, obviously. It's 2 games, but hopefully they can continue the trend, going back upward and, get this ship back on track.
All right. You're not going to give your Nipmuc Warriors a shout out? Come on.
Yes. Congrats to the girls soccer team from Nipmuc, Division III state champs. They beat Medfield. We were both there to see it. You were filling up top. I was down on the fence watching it. A great game. A lot of good chances both ways by both teams. And fantastic. That's their 4th championship. First one in 10 years. Congrats, ladies.
Yes, certainly well deserved by the Nipmuc Warriors. What a great game that was. And congratulations to Medfield on a great season. I was there for the TVL show covering the TVL teams. So big congratulations to the Dover Sherborne boys who won the Division III Boys State Championship. They had an incredible season and really just ripped through everybody in the playoffs. They had a couple tough matchups, but they got by and got the wins and went all the way to Titletown and took home their first state title since 2010. So congratulations to the Dover Sherborne boys and Medfield girls volleyball. Big shout out to them. They took home a state championship back on Saturday, November 16th. And the Division III girls volleyball state championship over at the wonderful Bill Ricca High School. What a beautiful facility they got over there. And it was certainly a lot of fun covering that Medfield run for the TVL show throughout the playoffs. So congratulations to all the state champions out there. It's really tough to win a state championship, so you got to give them all a whole lot of credit. Jared, any final thoughts for you?
Steve stole my thunder with just congratulating all the teams that made it to Gillette. And best of luck to all of them. I will be there next Wednesday, I think. I think I'll be there next Wednesday. I'm probably gonna be covering the Hudson game, which I'm excited about. I haven't seen Hudson yet this year, and obviously Jake Attaway is a heck of a quarterback. So unless Kevin puts me on Friday, which would be probably I'd do the late game, which would be Mansfield, North Attleboro, which would be awesome. That's gonna be a real barn burner. But yeah, looking forward to that. That should be a lot of fun as always. Really, yeah. I mean, the Bruins coaching change was wild. I don't think Monty fully deserved it. To see him go to the Blues now is kind of crappy because he's probably going to win there. But yeah, I mean, he didn't. Maybe it's a little bit was on him, but it's all on Don. Most of it is on Don and Cam, and they deserve to go. Quite frankly, this team is, yeah, just really not lived up to what they should be, and I think a lot of that comes from the upper echelon of leadership. So, yeah. Also, the Giants. Oh, I just want to go back to the Giants for a second. Demoting Danny Dimes to third string and then cutting him, and on a 4-year, $160 million contract. I mean, again, like the Deshaun contract is awful, and Steve reminded me of that, but I think Danny Dimes' contract is probably one of the worst in professional sports history. Absolutely outrageous. You're gonna give him 4 years, $160 million, only to then make him third string and then cut him. Give me a break. absolutely insane. They're an absolute mess. It showed on Neighbors yesterday. Everybody after the game, pure crap. Soft, LOL, whatever. Yeah, brutal.
They're a
That's all I got.
mess, absolute mess. And poor Tommy Cutlets, he got absolutely massacred
He was
yesterday.
atrocious yesterday too.
He took so many hits. He's a tough guy. I give him credit. He stayed in there after some brutal hits.
Sorry for the rant there, but yeah, that needed to be done.
Absolutely. All right. Well, we're all out of time for this segment. More HCAM Sports Talk coming up, so stick around. But for Steve Watson, Jared Keene, I'm Tom Nappy. Thank you for tuning in. More HCAM Sports Talk on the way next. A few Hopkinton Hillers signed letters of intent. Here's a look.
Mom, Dad, look at me, please. See, yes, perfect. Turn your head towards me a little bit. Towards me, this way. Yeah, not that far, right there. Perfect.
Hi, my name is Nina Zuganatos, and I'm going to Boston University for soccer.
I'm Maddie Recupero, and I'm going to Princeton for soccer.
All right. Maddie, what made you choose Princeton?
It kind of had everything that I wanted with the school and the soccer, and I just love like the campus and the location and how like the town and the campus are like one, and it just feels like it will be like a home for me.
And what made you choose BU?
I chose BU because it, like Maddie said, had everything I wanted. It had the whole package and super close to home. Campus is super nice, and it just made me really excited for the next chapter of my life.
All right. And what was it like playing with each other here at Hopkinton?
It was a great experience. We've been friends for over 6 years now, and to play high school soccer together has just been so much fun and enjoyable.
Yeah, she's my best friend, my favorite person, so playing with her has been really fun, and yeah, it's
And
great.
how does it feel to hold the all-time goal record for a single season?
It feels good, I guess. Yeah, it feels good, but I mean, I wouldn't have done it without the help of my teammates and obviously Nina here because she assisted me a lot. So, yeah.
Okay. And you both had a tremendous amount of assists as well, so you helped each other in that way.
Yeah.
What was your favorite memory at Hopkinton High School soccer?
My favorite memory is when we won our Elite 8 game last year and being able to make it to the Final Four in the MIAA Division I tournament.
Yeah, I would say last year, the Sweet 16 game too, just because we scored in the last second. I scored the goal, but it was like fun overall just because like we all like went in for the biggest hug and it was just so exciting. And then winning the Elite 8 game to make it to Final Four was super fun.
All right, well, I'm sure you'll get a lot more goals in college. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Hold on.
I'm Nick Pedroli. I'm playing baseball at Bentley University.
I'm Dylan Ruff. I'm playing baseball at St. Anselm College.
All right, and can you talk about what your experience was like playing ball here at Hopkinton High?
Yeah, it was an amazing experience. The culture here is amazing all around. The people here are amazing. The coaches are amazing. So 10 out of 10 experience, without a doubt.
Yeah, it was amazing. The coaching, my teammates, everything. It was just such a blessing to play.
And what was it like being teammates?
It's great to be teammates with Dylan. You know, fun all the time, and we got a lot of wins, which is good.
I played with Nick my entire career here, so I got to know him really well. He's been a great teammate, great player. It was awesome.
And what made you choose St. Anselm?
The location mainly. I like staying a little closer to home. The academics are great. The location's great, so it's a great school all around.
What made you choose Bentley?
As well, the location, the team, the coaching, and the academics.
All right, what are you guys going to be studying over there?
I'll be studying business.
Yeah, same here, business.
All right, congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
Maya Weil Megason, Bentley University, swim and dive.
All right, what was your experience like at Hopkinton High School on the swim team?
Well, I've been competing for the varsity team for the past 3 years, and this year I am a co-captain for the varsity swim and dive team. And throughout my experience, I've had a great time with learning from my upperclassmen teammates who have really led the way in how I learned how to compete and think about the sport, and the way that the team is so supportive towards me and all my other teammates is really special, and it's just such a great environment.
All right, and do you have a favorite event you like competing in?
Yes, I love to swim any butterfly event, more specifically sprint butterfly, and I also love mid-distance freestyle with the 200 freestyle.
Terrific. And what attracted you to Bentley?
Well, I always knew that I wanted to stay in Massachusetts, and I wanted a school that wasn't too big but wasn't so small that there was just nothing going on. And Bentley just was the perfect fit for me in terms of what I wanted to study, where I wanted to be, and the overall environment.
All right, what are you going to be studying over there?
I am going in as corporate finance and accounting.
So my name's Nate Burns. I'm going to be going to Assumption University, and I'm going to be playing lacrosse there.
Excellent. And how did you enjoy your experience here at Hopkins and playing lacrosse?
I loved it. I loved the teammates, coaches, everything about it. It's a great culture.
And what attracted you to Assumption?
I really liked the location, the coaches, and when I went down to do my overnight there, just everybody there on the team and the coaches and the other commits, everybody felt really welcoming, and it was a great culture.
All right, and you got a favorite memory during your lacrosse days here at Hopkinton?
Yeah, I would say my favorite memory was beating Minnechaug first round of playoffs last year, because we haven't done that in a long time, so I think that was a good goal for us.
Terrific. And what are you going to be studying over at Assumption?
I intend on studying business.
All right, well, congratulations, and we look forward to seeing you this spring.
Thank you.
This program is brought to you in part by TVLsports.net. You can view the standings, stories, pictures, highlights, and more about the 12 teams in the Tri-Valley League at TVLsports.net. TVLsports.net is an independent news and media website reporting on the TVL and is not associated with the MIAA, Tri-Valley League, or any town or school. The Division III state championships took place on a rainy Friday night at Worcester State University. In the boys' Division III state championship, 9th-seeded 21-2 Norwell took on 2nd-seeded 17-3-2 Dover Sherborne. It was a scoreless first half. All kinds of action took place, however, in the second half. Junior Wesley Bunn nets a goal off a nice pass from junior Winston Bunn, and the brothers put the Blue Raiders up 1-0.
Just a little bit later, Jack Martin nets a goal to put Dover Sherborne up 2-0. The Dover Sherborne Blue Raiders take the 2-0 win and capture their first state championship since their D3 championship win in 2010. Dover Sherborne finishes their state title season with a record of 18-3-2. Here's a look at the trophy presentation. Congratulations, Blue Raiders.
Ladies and gentlemen, we direct your attention to midfield for the trophy presentation from the MIAA. First, let's hear it for today's runner-up, Norwell, for the Division III boys. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we present the Division III boys soccer state champion, Dover Sherborne. The captains and coaches please step forward for the trophy presentation. Congratulations to Dover Sherborne, Division III Boys Soccer State Champions. And congratulations to both teams for great seasons.
After Dover Sherborne's win in the Boys Division III State Championship, the Medfield girls were trying to capture another state championship for the TVL. Second-seeded Medfield came into the game with a 17-3-2 record. and they hosted 4th-seeded Nipmuc Warriors, who came in with a record of 21-1 at Worcester State University, and the game was intense, physical, and featured a lot of action. The game remained scoreless at the halftime break,